And staying with food, a new study from South Dakota State University says eating red meat as part of a high-quality diet supports brain health, gut health, and could even support your mental health. Joining us now to discuss is Sheridan Genrich, a nutritionist and health reporter with the Epoch Times. Good to have you with us this morning, Sheridan. The full study is still under review before publication, but what does the research suggest about red meat's effects on brain health?
Good morning, Steph. Yeah, this study is in the preliminary findings, but what they found is that those nearly 5,000 adults who ate lean red meat as part of a high-quality, nutrient-rich diet, which is the key part, they had higher levels of the brain-critical micronutrients, zinc, iron, selenium, B12, and choline, which are really vital for mental health. So the key part is that it was part of a moderately amount of lean red meat, and that diets also improved depression rates and bipolar disorder rates, but it was part of a balanced, healthy diet. It wasn't the only part of it.
And on that point, so there is a phenomenon where sometimes if someone goes vegan or vegetarian, they might end up just eating potato chips, which is, of course, not the equivalent that we're talking about. But people out there do sometimes say, if they're vegetarian or such, that they can get the nutrients they need elsewhere. What unique nutrients, if any, are found in red meat that support mental health?
Yeah, well, it's the bioavailable iron, which is the heme iron, that's not available in plant sources. The zinc is also really essential for brain and gut health, and vitamin B12. And these are the highest levels in red meat, as opposed to even chicken or eggs and other sources of protein. Creatine and carnitine are also really important nutrients, not to mention that red meat has all the essential amino acids in concentrated amounts. So they play a vital role. I mean, zinc, for example, is extremely important, and if you have a deficiency, it can lead to depression, hyperactivity, loss of sense or smell or taste, and aggression and hormone imbalances. So these are just nutrients we really, really need, and we don't get them unless we supplement them or get them from real animal foods.
And of course, the picture of what makes up good health has so many different intricate factors at play here, but you might be experiencing some of these symptoms that you've spoken about and not realize that it could be related simply to what's on your dinner plate. So what impact has quality red meat been shown to have on gut health specifically?
Well, it improves the gut diversity, and what they know from research is that when you have a better diverse gut balance, so that's the good and the bad bacteria, then, well, the good and dominating, you have a better mood, better cognitive function, lower rates of depression, and this just supports previous research that animal protein is vital for gut health as well.
Do we know what's the mechanism at play there that red meat specifically helps with gut bacteria? That's a new thing for me.
Well, I think it's when we isolate or have such a restrictive diet that's very rigid, our gut bacteria get used to just eating that food alone. So when we reintroduce a little bit of a broader range, and I'm meaning from real whole foods versus processed foods, and when we talk about meat, we're not talking about the hot dogs, the pizza toppings, and the deli meats. The processed meats are not in the same category. But our gut bacteria get used to eating a wide variety of real wholesome foods that our ancestors knew and ate as well.
Right, the wisdom is all there. It's just relearning the simplicity of it, really. How do you respond to the concern that some people have about red meat and skepticism about its potential health benefits?
Yeah, well, the studies are actually really confusing sometimes for the public. I understand that. What we need to look at is the source of the red meat in the study. Look at also, so we're avoiding factory farm meats that are high in artificial hormones that are sometimes given to the animals. We're looking for better quality, grass-fed, lean red meat. And that is what they don't often talk about in the studies. So they put often the processed meats in with the other meats. And looking also where the funding is coming from with any of these studies. and that the observational nutrition studies, they generally don't distinguish what the rest of someone's diet is like. So if someone's got a poor quality overall diet and lifestyle, and then they single out just red meat, it just gives a negative outcome, but it's not looking at the big picture. And it's really actually doing harm to the public.
So there's quite a distinction here between high quality and low quality meats. Of course, high quality meats do cost more, but perhaps now seeing this potential long range benefits that it can provide, from gut health to brain health to mood, it may be worth just adjusting your budget if you need to accommodate that more to get in that high quality meat. Thank you so much for your time today, Sheridan Genrich. Good to speak with you.
Thanks, Steph.